Studneck Aquatics here. We are in the middle of a blizzard. It started this morning and it's supposed to go for 2 more days. They're predicting as much as 21 inches of snow with, I've heard, as high as 55, 75 mile an hour winds. They've clocked 95 mile an hour winds about an hour south of here right now. And the electricity flickered a couple of times, so there's a pretty good chance I'm going to lose the electricity for quite a while. So what I'm doing to prepare for that is, number one, I turned up my furnace so I can get as much heat in this house as I can before I lose my electricity. This is a new home. It's very well insulated, so as long as I can hold that heat, that's good. The other thing I'm going to do as soon as the electricity goes off, which it probably will, and if it is, it's probably going to be off for a couple of days, is to close that basement door down there. I'm losing my focus. There we go. Is to close that basement door down there, because eventually you're going to lose the heat upstairs. But a basement in this part of, well, a basement, it's not going to drop below 60 degrees. 57 maybe, because it's underground. And it's a very well insulated basement. So as soon as that happens, I'll close that door, because eventually the upstairs will be colder than the downstairs, and then that heat will come up this stairwell. So that helps on that. I have taken some towels and I have put them at the base of all the doors to hold as much heat as I can on my French doors and both of the other doors in here. I am going to take a towel as soon as we lose electricity and put it over the top of my daughter's poison dart frog thing that we made, and it's doing very, very well. I'd hate to lose those plants because of cold weather. The other thing that I have done is, this morning I went ahead and made a big pot of chili, and it has been in the crock pot for slow cooker all day. So chili you can even eat cold. So I got food there. I have 80 gallons of RODI water downstairs for aquariums, and you can drink it. It's in a completely clean container, so I have plenty of water. When I made coffee this morning, I also made an extra thermos. So this will be warm and it's still ready to go, so no problem there. I do have a Coleman camp stove, but you could only use it for a little while because of the fumes, but I could do that if I had to heat something up. I have plenty of food in here, so that's not a problem at all. So the other thing that I am doing to prepare is I have plenty of heavy quilts, and I will throw a heavy quilt over this aquarium here to try to hold as much heat in it as long as I can. And also I have an 8-foot 240-gallon saltwater system in the basement. So these up here are real heavy quilts and they're real insulated, and I will wrap that aquarium in those quilts if the electricity goes off, which I'm pretty sure it probably will since it's been flickering. The other thing that I have done is, even though I'm in town, if the electrical grid goes down for the main wells into the town, and you can lose water in town also. So if you have a 5-gallon bucket, fill it with water, set it next to your toilet. When you need to flush the toilet, only flush it if you really need to, if you know what I mean. And pour about 1/4 of that bucket in there as fast as you can, and it'll flush your pot for you. And then you can keep doing that so that you at least have the ability to use your toilet and you can still make it flush. So that's what I'm doing. I don't have a generator. I do own one, but I don't have it over here yet. And I'm hoping to get it wired into my home for certain things. So that's about what I've got going for this. I do have candles sitting around. I have a flashlight. Don't rely on your phone as a flashlight. That's not a flashlight, it's a phone. If you really get in a situation, you need a flashlight. So I do have candles sitting around. I have one here in the bedroom. I have one in the bathroom upstairs, one in the living room, and then I'm rounding some up for the basement right now. The other thing I'm doing is I have a aviary downstairs, a flight cage that I could probably stand to keep some heat in. Since it's downstairs, I think it'll be fine. I could try to hold some heat in it, but it's going to be really difficult to do, and hopefully the birds don't get too cold. But where they're downstairs, as cold as it'll get is 60, and they can live in 60-degree weather, just not forever. So the other thing that I am doing is I have a fish room, and the way that the fish tanks are heated is I heat the room. And what I've done, I usually keep it 76, 78, and I keep turning it up to the next notch so I can get this room up to 82, 84 degrees. The door will stay closed, and hopefully I can hold enough heat in here to keep these tanks from getting too cold. With the rats that my daughter has, I'm going to take all the bedding that I have underneath that belongs to her and throw it in there so they can snuggle up in it. And then I'll cover that with a quilt. The aquariums, I do not have a generator, otherwise I could run my one pump that runs my air. I'm not going to be able to do that, and if they run short of oxygen, well, then you lose fish. So anyway, that's what I'm doing to prepare for, you know, losing my electricity, and hopefully I don't, but where it's been flickering, and this storm is supposed to go for another day and a half, and they're predicting a lot of snow. It's supposed to be the worst storm since the late 70s up here, and we get a lot of storms. So anyway, that's what I'm doing to prepare. Hopefully I don't lose anything through this, and hopefully I don't lose my electricity, but I thought I'd throw a video out there what I do to prepare. And this is Studnick Aquatics, and thanks for watching.